Rocky Jones. Space Ranger. Space Ranger. Space Ranger. Starring Richard Crane. In Escape into Space.
Winky, I'm so glad you called. When did you get back?
This afternoon, we just checked back on Earth.
How's Rocky?
Oh, fine. Fine, we're both fine.
These suitcases full of money aboard the spaceship, I'm set for life.
Is there anything made of wood on a space wagon? This? Oh, yeah, here. Knock on wood. Well, we're on our way, huh? You better secure for blast off.
Secretary, it's hello and goodbye. I couldn't buy your authorities, no. But I'm rich enough to buy a moon, a planet, some place to live in luxury where your laws can't touch me. Try and stop me, Drake. Try to bring me back.
Listen. Who's using Rocky's videograph?
What are you boys doing tonight?
Hey, Rock, what about it? Let's go out in the town, huh? Well, Rocky's a little tied up, but I'm available. Object a date.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Winky, but I have a date. Give my love to Rocky.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Judy. It's me, Winky.
Oh, how nice. Just a minute, Winky.
Oh, I'm sorry you've got a date.
Yes, isn't it a shame? Call me tomorrow, Winky.
Yeah, sure.
Winky, I might have known it was you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Secretary Drake, sir. Rocky.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. Truck Harmon has just started an unlicensed flight, Rocky. A last chance move to avoid arrest by Earth authorities.
We'll be right over, sir.
Truck Harmon, eh? You've been waiting for a chance to lock horns with that guy.
To my knowledge, Truck Harmon has never left Earth before, so the Space Rangers had no legal right to act against him. However, I prepared this report for federal authorities on Harmon's illicit traffic in the weed. They subpoenaed him yesterday to face charges.
Mr. Secretary, Truck Harmon has left Earth's atmosphere, so now he's under the authority of the Space Rangers.
He's your man, Rocky. Go get him.
Thank you, sir.
Repair and maintenance are swarming all over the orbit jet, Rocky. With a little luck, we should make it by noon tomorrow.
Should we take another ship, sir?
Hours aren't of prime importance now. By morning, we should have a pretty good idea of Harmon's destination. Look here, Rocky.
Great news, Nina. Just great. We've got a 50-50 chance it's great news.
Wait, let me guess. This great news has something to do with a very pretty little girl who's far away on Fornax. Now, how did I guess? Is she coming here?
Better than that. We're going to Fornax. Well, maybe we're going there because maybe Rocky's going there. It's a 50-50 chance.
This completes a tri-directional check. Without doubt, Truck Harmon's destination is Fornax.
Winky, alert maintenance for blastoff.
Yes, sir.
I heard him talking. Maybe it would be Fornax. I got Rocky alone and asked if we couldn't go. He said no, but it wasn't a real lab now. So, we've got a 50-50 chance. I've done half of the talking, and the rest is up to you.
A little louder, Bobby. I can't hear you.
Any trace of Truck Harmon's ship, Rocky?
No, not since we were forced off course for that last streak here.
Check 3 o'clock, Rocky. I think there's a meteor pack bearing down on us. Should we try to climb over it, sir?
Not a chance, Winky. Take a 90-degree port turn. We'll ride along with it.
Hard port, sir.
Nina, Bobby.
Yes, Rocky?
Secure for meteor interference. Right now.
Steady, baby. Steady.
We've got an instrument buckle. Alert for all readings.
Standing by, sir.
And check the slightest side drift. If a meteor crashes us broadside, we'll be done for.
Aye, aye, sir. Boost starboard rockets. W4 0.2.
Starboard rockets. W4 0.2.
Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Am I getting through to anyone?
This is the XV-2. Come in, identify.
This is Truck Harmon. You hear that? Truck Harmon. We've been hit by meteors. Come and save me. The man who gets here first will be rich. He can live off the fat of the land.
Hey, Rocky, what about a nice plump acre or two?
Where are you, Harmon?
Here in the spaceship. Hurry up and save me.
He wants our position, Truck. This is Lawson on the R74. Our position is celestial meridian 86 degrees, parallel 42 degrees. We're badly damaged by direct meteor hit. Spacesuits in damage section. Heavy seepage throughout ship. We'll try to keep pressure up in control chambers.
Hurry up. If you save me, you'll be rich. Rich, do you hear me?
We're on our way, Lawson. Change course, Winky?
Yes, sir. I got the position.
The money.
Where is it? Where is it? Well, the suitcases. Go get them. The truck. Go get them! Hurry! Hurry!
The other suitcases. Go get them.
Go get them! Look! Open up! He's up on the port side.
Aye, aye, sir.
All right, Medina, Bobby, you can come forward.
What is it, Rocky? What happened?
It was rough, Bobby, and we were lucky. Winky will fill in the details. XB2 calling R74. Come in, Lawson.
This is Truck Harmon. Where are you?
Directly alongside. Now, listen carefully to instructions. You and Lawson are to stay forward as far as possible. I'll try to cut an escape hatch through the second section. Don't go near the door until I give the order. Do you understand?
Yeah, I got it. But hurry, do you hear me? Hurry.
Magnetized object on starboard.
Aye, aye, sir. Yes, sir?
Blow out second section and pressurize the balance over here.
Aye, aye, sir.
Winky,
Yes, sir.
you can tell Harmon it's safe to come out now.
It's too bad. I tried my best to save Lawson, but I couldn't. It's the brakes. They go against a guy. It's too bad.
With your spaceship battered by the meteors, you have to head for the nearest moon. And that's Fornax, just where I was going. Yeah. I'm lucky.
Go ahead, Bobby. Whistle if you want. You're an invited passenger on the orbit jet. You're a big man, Harmon. Yes, a power. But I hear you have a weakness. Superstitions, a fear of things. Go ahead, Bobby. Whistle. It isn't the sound of whistling. It's the bad luck you think goes with it. I hear you can't stand the dark, Harmon. That you sleep with the lights on, that you're afraid. I'll have to abandon your ship, Harmon.
This man, this truck Harmon. Can I deport him? Can't I say he's not welcome on Fornax?
Of course, Orvac. But you can't force him to return to Earth. You'll be asked to furnish transportation to any moon he selects. And he'll be more than welcome on 1,000 moons. He's as rich as any man in the universe.
Oh, look, Rocky. We kick the dents out of the orbit jet, see? Then we refuel her and invite Mr. Harmon aboard. Just like that, we got him back on Earth.
No, Winky. We've worked hard at framing interplanetary law and done our share in enforcing it. We can't go against the laws of freedom and immunity no matter how much we want Mr. Truck Harmon back.
Nice little place you have here, Zorvac. Very nice. Oh, it must be rough living by the book. I don't think I'll try it.
Oh, of course you'll stay in business, Harmon. You control the traffic of the tarantula weed from Earth. You can do the same thing from Fornax.
This man annoys me. What can you do, Rocky? What can I do?
If you ask me, I'm still for breaking a few laws.
We'll curtail his activities as much as possible and hope for a break.
We've changed an awful lot up here on Fornax, Bobby. It's almost like living on Earth. Christmas is a regular thing now. And last year, we even had a Santa Claus.
Zorvac?
Yes, and he was very good. What month is it now back on Earth?
October.
Let me see. Next comes Thanksgiving and then Christmas again.
You left out something important.
What's that?
Halloween.
Halloween?
Gosh, I guess I forgot to tell you. Halloween's a day for a lot of fun. You go around scaring people.
Scaring people? Is that fun?
Oh, sure. Nobody really gets scared. Everybody knows there's no such things as goblins, witches on brooms, and dancing skeletons, and things you can't even see saying boo. But you pretend to be scared, and really, Volika, it's a lot of laughs.
Halloween.
Lawson, the man on the ship. I'm sure Harmon murdered him. At least he cut off his escape, which is the same thing.
Without a doubt.
Now, that's a crime in space, and they were both Earthmen. If we had any positive proof at all, we could take him back and end this rotten business.
Yeah, but the only trouble is it's his word against our thinking, and you know how his words come out.
Vina!
Space Rangers, huh? Rocky Jones, you've made your last hop. This is curtains.
What in the name of Taurus's fourth moon is that?
See, Volika? Isn't it fun to scare people?
Oh, yes. But I don't think they were pretending.
Vina wasn't. Neither was Winky.
Bobby, how could you?
The 31st, Vina. Halloween, remember?
Okay, so it's Halloween. Now, what is that thing?
Bring in our ghost, Volika. no change-o. You remember, Winky. We used to play with these remote-control gadgets and see who could get them through a hoop first. Well, a scarf with a couple of holes in it made it a ghost.
Who can we go scare now, Bobby?
Hey, Rocky, are you thinking the same thing I'm thinking? Oh, well, give me credit. I thought of it, too. With the density of that wall, we'll be unable to make visual pickup on visiograph. But Truck Harmon's words are what we're after. You ready, Vina?
I won't miss a word.
Did we miss anything?
No, the show's just starting.
Hello, Truck.
Who is it? Who's there?
Truck, can you forget so soon?
Who is it? Hold it. Show yourself. Hurry! Hurry!
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Hurry! Hurry!
Truck, this is Lawson. Your old friend Lawson.
Lawson? Oh, it's impossible. Where are you? Who's saying that?
Here I come, Truck.
Oh! Leave me alone. What is it? What do you want?
My life back, Truck. You murdered me.
I lost my head. It's the brakes, that's all.
You don't call murder a break.
I got panic. Something forced me to seal that door. It might have been my life, too.
What's your life worth now, Truck?
What do you mean? What are you going to do to me? Please, what are you going to... Truck! Lawson's ghost couldn't have taken you back, but I can. Your confession of crime in space is a one-way ticket to Earth.
Well, I'll see you, honey. Bye.
Now that I know all about Halloween, are there any other days?
Let me see. The 4th of July.
You've told me about that dozens of times.
Oh, yes. April Fool's Day. And I'll bet he was born on it.
Climb aboard, youngster. Bye, Valika.
with us next same time, same station, when we again take you into outer space for further adventures with Rocky Jones, Space Ranger. Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, starring Richard Crane. In The Forbidden Moon, Chapter 1.
Thank you, Marshal.
This is Office of Space Affairs. Office of Space Affairs. Come in, please. Space Station, RV-5. Clark speaking. This is RV-5. Request aid.
Clark, this is Drake. What's wrong?
Situation beyond control.
Listen to me, Clark. Try to tell me what happened.
RV-5. Request aid.
Can you hear me, Clark? Whose audio amplification?
It's at capacity now, sir.
This is Office of Space Affairs, calling Space Station RV-5. Come in. Marshal, get Rocky Jones.
Yes, sir.
What do you make of it?
What could have happened to Clark?
I don't know.
It looks very serious, Rocky.
I agree, sir. RV-5 is our most important link with outer space.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
This may be a trap. Marshal?
Yes, sir.
Special orders. Ground all spaceships.
Mr. Secretary, contact with RV-5 just went dead. All communications severed.
Have a ship prepared for blast off at once.
Yes, sir.
We're ready, sir. And so's the orbit jet. Right?
Right.
In case you can't land on the space station, Vina, you could set up operational headquarters over here.
We'll do that, sir.
However, I would prefer your immediate return to Earth.
Mr. Secretary, I've decided to resign from the Space Rangers.
Why, Bobby?
If I can't go on the troubleshoot mission, I guess I don't amount to much.
You amount to a great deal, Bobby, to all of us. That's why you're staying here.
Why, Bobby understands, Mr. Secretary. Don't you, Bobby?
I suppose so.
That's fine. And now, Professor, there's a question regarding the distance between these two possible objectives. Whether you can remain in communication with this office. However, I think with your...
4 minus 5, sir.
Rocky, on a troubleshoot mission, you never know what you'll run into. Please be careful.
I will, sir.
And come back, all of you, safely.
Well, we always have.
Ready for blast off, sir, but the professor's missing.
The last I saw him, he was looking for Bobby to tell him goodbye. Well, here's the professor now.
I can't find the boy anywhere. He must have taken it pretty hard.
No space ranger likes to be grounded, but he'll get over it.
Well, take good care of him for me, won't you, Drake?
Sure will, Professor.
All the supplies and emergency equipment aboard?
Yes, sir.
Good. Switch on blast-off synchronizer.
Aye, aye, sir.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, Rocky.
Switch on blast-off synchronizer.
How's it going, boys?
Fine, now that you're here.
We just left Earth's magnetic field. Won't be long now.
What's the professor up to?
His usual afternoon nap. Rocky, if we're out of Earth's magnetic field, we must be flying backwards. Take a look at those instruments.
Jumping Jupiter, this can't be.
It isn't. We're out of the magnetic field, all right. Something's wrong with the instruments.
I thought they were all double-checked before blast-off.
Secure. Vina, warn the professor. Winky, you stay at the controls. This may be sabotage.
Aye, aye.
All the magnetic instruments have been reversed. Something wrong in the aft section. Don't leave the controls, Winky.
Right.
Stay in your seats. All right, I've got you covered. Come on out of there. You heard me.
Bobby.
Wow. Looks like we've got a stowaway.
I'm sorry, Rocky, but it just wasn't fair. I've always been on your team.
What's that you've got?
Oh, a piece of quartz from my planetary rock collection.
Quartz. Of course. That's what reversed the instruments. Get going, Bobby.
Bobby.
Bobby!
Relax, Winky. Come on in here.
So, you're here.
Bobby!
There's your saboteur, and here's his secret weapon. This is a piece of quartz. And if I remember correctly, quartz contains bismuth, and bismuth acts as a magnet.
You're right, Rocky. And I may add that bismuth becomes a powerful magnet when it's removed from the magnetic field of the Earth.
So that's what happened to the instruments. Bobby, boy, are we glad to see you.
Now, let me repeat. Estimated time of arrival is 14:20. Professor, Vina, Bobby, you stay aboard while Winky and I go on reconnaissance. These are my orders, Bobby. Any questions?
No, sir.
All right, return to your post.
HV2 to space station RV5. Come in, please. Come in, RV5. Do you read me? Place is dead or no gypsy moon, Rocky. Not a sign of life.
Don't be too sure, Winky. We may be expected.
Yeah, it could be you're right. They wrecked the communication system, but they made sure that the magnetic coupler was left on.
Switch on visiograph.
Look, Rocky, there's a spaceship moored in the station. A reception committee.
Yes, and we're the guests of honor. No mark of identification. This spells trouble, and plenty of it. Well, Winky, you like parties? Looks like we're going to have one.
Yeah.
The other ship's through there. Let's take a look inside.
Wow. Who pushed us? I don't think they like us, or is this some new safety device?
I doubt it. That ship's radioactive. I'm going inside. You get the anti-radiation serum. Make sure everybody's inoculated.
Well, what about you?
Later, not now. Get going, Winky.
Right, sir. What's up?
Nobody home. But take a look at this. That spaceship's out of the planet Medina.
Some flight plan. Point of departure, Medina. Destination, unknown. I don't get it.
They're way off their course.
They always have been. The ruler Eggar has always had a chip on his shoulder.
We better stop guessing about that spaceship and find out.
Look, Rocky, before you go anyplace around here, you're going to let Professor Newton give you some of that anti-radiation serum. We've all had it now, so come on.
All right.
Searched half the space station, and all we find is destruction.
Whoever wrecked the other equipment left this room untouched. Air generator in perfect condition, oxygen supply intact. Somebody's still here. The man's got to breathe.
Open up! All right, Winky. Stand clear.
Well, he's still alive. Get the professor.
All right, sir.
Will he be all right, Professor?
Well, I don't know, Rocky. You see, this man is more than unconscious. He's in a coma. My diagnosis indicates a paralysis of the cortex of the brain. There's little I can do until I learn the cause.
You mean you don't know?
Well, this much I do know. This type of paralysis is often due to exposure by radiation. To cure it, I must know the specific radiation that's responsible.
It's lucky we took the serum, or we'd all be in that condition.
Yeah.
Now, I shall need my equipment, Rocky, especially the Geiger counters.
Certainly, Professor. Oh, Vina. Vina!
Vina Ray reporting.
We need radiation detection equipment urgently. We're in the space station control room. Proceed with caution.
Yes, Rocky.
And Vina, under no circumstances is Bobby to leave the ship. That's an order.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you needn't worry, Rocky. Bobby will never again disobey you. He promised me.
Good. Say, Winky, those astrophone recordings may give us a lead. We forgot the monitor.
Now we're getting someplace.
Medina spaceship to RV-5. Space station RV-5. Come in, RV-5. Medina spaceship to RV-5.
RV-5 to Medina spaceship. Clark speaking.
I have a crippled ship. Can you pull me in by magnet?
Sure thing. Just hold on. What are you doing in this neck of the woods?
Never mind. Just do your job.
That's what I'm here for. Here we go.
There's more.
Calling Medina. Calling Medina. Come in, please.
That voice sounds familiar. This is Medina. Mannion speaking. Who wants us?
Get my sister Yara immediately. This is Eggar.
Immediately, sir.
Yara and Eggar. There's a pair of troublemakers.
It's Yara I'm worried about. She's the one who rules Medina. Eggar's just a figurehead.
Oh, the big sister act, huh? He does what she says.
Eggar, where have you been? I want a report.
You'll get it. Listen to this, Yara. I found the secret that will make us and Medina rulers of the universe. The key to the most tremendous weapon ever known to mankind.
And what is this mysterious weapon, Eggar?
I'll tell you when I get there. Send a ship immediately. I'm at space station RV-5.
What happened to your ship?
It's damaged. I had a forced landing on the Forbidden Moon, but I managed to blast off and get as far as space station RV-5.
Forbidden Moon? That's out of bounds. No one's ever returned from there.
Well, I did. That's where I found the secret.
I'll send a ship for you, Eggar. Out.
Well, we sure missed connections with this guy Eggar, didn't we?
Yes, it looks like it. Winky, I want that astrophone repaired. We've got to reestablish communication with Earth.
Right away, sir.
Professor, I'm going to the Medina spaceship to see what I can find out.
You go ahead, Rocky. And by the time you get back, I may have the answer to this radiation problem.
Good.
Stay where you are.
Hello, Eggar. I see you're still with us.
Any objections?
On the contrary, I've been wanting to talk to you.
Go ahead.
I don't like talking across a gun.
I do when I'm talking to a tall man. Pulls him down to my size, sort of evens the score. What does it? All you have is muscles, but I have brains and this to back it up.
Now, come on now, Eggar. Stop playing hero.
Playing hero? Making fun of me because I'm small. You don't have to be big to be a hero. I mean business.
So do I.
Clark, I'm convinced your paralysis is only temporary. You can hear me, so please listen carefully. You have nothing to be afraid of. I haven't been able as yet to determine what sort of radiation affected you, but you must have faith in science. It's only a matter of time. You're taking it wonderfully, Clark. Now, I can assure you the anti-radiation serum I've given you will protect you until I've found the ray.
What's happening?
The Medina ship. I thought it was damaged.
It's Rocky. In the orbit jet.
I won't bite you.
Children should speak only when spoken to.
I'm not a child. I'm a space ranger. Who are you?
I am Eggar, ruler of Medina, soon supreme ruler of the universe.
That's a mouthful.
You're a space ranger, all right. Just big talk. Muscle-bound fools.
That's not talk. Rangers have good manners. They're not bullies. They don't act like you.
Don't they?
I know what's wrong with you. You're like Corky. He's a kid in my school. Always picking a fight with me. He knows I won't hit him because he's smaller.
Why, you...
Go ahead. You're bigger than me.
Well, I fixed the communication generator, but I can't make the astrophone work up here.
Oh, Winky, you must make it work. We've got to get through to Earth. With Rocky gone, it's our only chance.
Now, Vina. Remember, a good space ranger never gives up hope.
Thank heavens you're here. I thought you were on the ship. Where's Bobby?
What? We thought he was with you on the ship.
He's on the ship, all right, but not with me.
What do you mean?
He's with our pal Eggar. Bobby's on a ship with death.
Better give us the facts, Rocky.
Yes. I suppose finding this was a lucky break. It's the log of the Medina spaceship. A record of Eggar's deadly treasure hunt.
What does it say, Rocky?
Date of entry, October 16th. Spaceship rocket trouble. Closest planet, Forbidden Moon. Attempted forced landing. Landing successful. Leaving ship to repair damage. Date of entry unknown. Lost consciousness after leaving ship. Cause strong radiation penetrating spacesuit. Regained consciousness. Rapid paralysis. Breathing difficult. Unable to reach ship and supplies. Consumed leaf from plant to relieve thirst. Sudden recovery. Summary after completion of radiation tests. Discovered new type of cosmic radiation on Forbidden Moon. Its penetrating power first paralyzes, then kills. Leaves of unknown plant cured me and made me immune from radiation.
Why, that man is walking death.
What about us? And poor Bobby.
Well, our anti-radiation shots are still holding out, but who knows for how long. And time, Rocky, time is of the essence.
I'll get this astrophone fixed.
And I'll try to repair Eggar's spaceship. We've got to go to Medina and find Bobby. And Eggar must be isolated, or he'll contaminate and destroy his own people.
Hey, Rocky, I'm getting through to Earth. RV-5 calling Office of Space Affairs.
Order Space Disaster Squad. Decontamination crew and equipment. Keep all spaceships grounded. Space station unsafe and out of bounds.
This is the RV-5 calling Office of Space Affairs.
Office of Space Affairs to RV-5. Come in, please.
I read you. This is Space Station RV-5.
was Clark when you left him, Professor?
Oh, that anti-radiation serum works like a miracle.
Clark will be all right until the space disaster crew arrives.
You know, this old clunk isn't doing too bad.
She's held together with hope and a promise.
She'll get us there. Professor, remember what you said. Good space ranger never gives up hope.
Be with us next week, same time, same station, when we again take you into outer space for further adventures with Rocky Jones, Space Ranger. Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, starring Richard Crane. In The Forbidden Moon, Chapter 2. When we last saw Rocky Jones, his spaceship, the Orbit Jet, had been stolen by Eggar, the ruler of Medina. Rocky is now in Eggar's ship on his way to search for the Orbit Jet and little Bobby, who was taken prisoner.
Why don't you take a rest, Rocky? You must be tired.
I wouldn't dare. This old boxcar needs watching. It's a far cry from the Orbit Jet.
Do you think we'll make it, Rocky? What will happen to Bobby if we don't?
We've got to make it, or mankind is doomed, and Bobby with it.
I must have slept 3 hours. Oh, boy, did I have a nightmare.
What about Winky?
Eggar, headman of the Forbidden Moon, Medina. Seems he conquered the world by means of a deadly cosmic radiation, but became so contaminated that he destroyed the whole universe, including himself.
Winky, your nightmare will be actual history, unless we get to him first.
That Orbit Jet spaceship came in handy. It will get us to the Forbidden Moon in no time.
Maybe. But what about the boy? He'll be nothing but trouble.
What could I do? He came with a ship.
It wasn't my fault. I didn't want to come here.
What is your name, boy?
Bobby.
Untie him. What's the matter? Are you afraid of him?
If you weren't my sister, I'd...
Go on. Ever since Zeno threatened to overthrow you as ruler, you've been scared of your own shadow.
Has he stirred up any more trouble?
Some. But we can handle him. You're at liberty to look around. Under guard. Lander. Stay with the boy. He's not to leave the grounds. Those are my orders.
Who runs this place? Women?
Why, that little runt.
Really, Eggar, he's only a boy. Now, Eggar, you said that deadly cosmic radiation you found on the Forbidden Moon will give us supremacy over the universe. But how? How will you use it?
Don't you realize, Yara, that this cosmic force is stronger than anything known to science? There's no defense against it. Any planet or its people exposed to it will perish. We will destroy mankind by pushing a button.
But are you sure the plant you found will give full immunity?
It worked for me. I'm safe and alive. The only man ever to return from the Forbidden Moon.
That means we alone will be immune. We and no one else.
What a sense of power, holding the key of life and death.
We're not holding it yet. Not until we've stored up this force and our protection against it. The plant leaf serum. How soon can we leave for the Forbidden Moon?
The orbit jet's ready. We're going in it.
Our plans must be kept secret. Are you sure no one knows of your discovery?
Of course not. Do you think I'm a fool?
I know you're a braggart. And I'm taking no chances. You're to issue an all-out alert.
There's Medina, dead ahead.
Eggar did a good job of wrecking the communication system. I guess he never dreamed we'd get this thing to fly.
Take positions. Secure for landing.
What's he doing with that anti-spaceship gun?
Agar's orders. We're on an all-out alert.
Are you expecting somebody?
You ask too many questions, boy.
Looks like you've got a visitor.
Calling Rotasium headquarters. Captain Orlan speaking.
This is Eggar. What's the trouble?
Unidentified spaceship sighted. Request orders.
Tell them to contact ship and give warning.
Instruct approaching craft. Landing prohibited.
Yes, sir. Medina defense post to unknown spaceship. Come in. Medina defense post to approaching spaceship. Come in. Come in. They refuse to answer. Do not land on this planet.
We'll have to land by altimeter, Winky.
Yes, sir. Boy, I can't wait to tell that Eggar off. It's a good thing the astrophone's dead.
We'll both tell him off. In person.
Captain Orlan, sir. Unknown craft refuses to acknowledge order.
Tell them to open fire.
All right, Winky. We're about to complete final ellipse. Prepare for landing.
Eggar, here we come.
Final warning. We're shooting if you continue to land.
Don't shoot! That's your own ship! What's the matter? Don't you recognize one of your own ships?
You fool! Why didn't you fire?
It's one of ours, sir. It's a Medina ship.
I know that, but you had your orders. You'll be thrown in prison for this. What do we do, Yara? That's my ship.
You said you left it at the space station. Out of commission.
I did? How did they ever fix it? What do we do?
We start to undo some of your clumsy mistakes. Give orders to arrest all aboard that ship and have them brought here immediately. Why have you come here to Medina?
We came to save you and your people from death and disaster, spread by your brother.
What stupidity. Do you expect us to believe such a story?
The story happens to be fact.
Perhaps I can explain. As a scientist, do you realize that you're contaminated with cosmic radiation? And that although you have made yourself immune, every living thing you touch will perish?
I've had enough of this. Throw them in prison.
Hold it, Eggar. I want to hear more. What do you suggest we do, Professor?
We have been inoculated with anti-radiation serum. It has protected us temporarily, but it will wear off. Now, Eggar must be isolated. We must inoculate you and the people of Medina at once to keep you safe.
That'll give us time to go to the Forbidden Moon for the cure and find the plant that made Eggar immune.
So that's your game. You know about the cure. This is a trick to get away and to seize the power for themselves. Surely you can't believe all this. You can't doubt your own brother.
I don't. Lander, take these people to prison and place them under heavy guard. All of them. Except the boy. He's our hostage.
You're risking the lives of all your people.
My people will rule the universe.
Yes, Eggar. From their graves. We've got to do something about Eggar. If we don't move fast, Medina's doomed.
Yeah, but there's not much we can do sitting here in prison.
This one's got meat in it.
Oh, thank you, Milo. You're a real gentleman.
Oh, it's nothing. Little girl's got to eat.
Well, Vina, I see you haven't lost your touch any.
Oh, it's nothing. Say, that gives me an idea. We've got to get out of here, but we must pick up Bobby. Now, if we had someone on the inside...
Uh-huh.
Oh, Milo, you. Can I see you a minute?
Wasn't it sweet of Milo to give me his extra uniform?
Yeah, it's a perfect fit.
There's a good chance you'll get through. It's a dark night.
Be sure and keep that pretty mouth of yours shut, or don't think Milo's voice is changing.
All right, let's synchronize our watches.
I have 2000.
Right. Now, according to Milo, by 2030, Bobby will be on the Rotasium grounds taking his evening walk. So you have until exactly 2050 to get there, pick up Bobby, and meet us at the orbit jet. We're blasting off at 2100.
We'll be there.
I want to go to prison.
Why?
Because that's where my friends are.
Well, being in prison is no fun.
If they can take it, so can I. Besides, well, they'd do the same for me. Don't you have any friends like that?
No. I've never met anybody I could trust.
You must be awful lonely. I guess you need a friend.
You mean I can trust you?
Why don't you try?
All right, I will. For the next 24 hours, you're on your own. No more guard for you.
Well, gee, thanks.
But remember, don't leave the ground.
I won't. How did you ever get in here?
The same way we're going to get out. Right through that gate. We'd better hurry.
We've got 10 minutes till blast off.
You'll never make it. I wouldn't think of losing my only friend. Guard!
Professor, if Vina and Bobby aren't here in 15 seconds more, we'll have to leave without them. Winky, you stand by here. Keep under cover. See what you can find out.
Don't worry, Rocky. I'll get to him somehow.
All right, let's go.
Keep them covered. I'd rather hurt you boys leave without saying goodbye. What's the matter? Don't you like our hospitality? Take them away.
You're not allowed in here. You've got to see my friends. Eggar's going to have them killed. What's the matter? Are you sick?
Thank you, Lander. It's nothing. I want to speak to the boy. Alone.
You are sick, aren't you? It's the radiation.
Are you sure?
Come on, we better get you to Professor Newton. Quick!
Zeno, Yara has fallen victim to this mysterious illness, and there are many cases reported all over Medina.
This is our chance to take over Landor. We'll convince the people of Medina that if they want to survive, they must get rid of Eggar. Let's get started at once.
Well, the serum is beginning to take effect. Yes, I'm quite sure it will stave off paralysis.
You've saved my life. I'll do anything you ask if you'll also save the people of Medina.
All right. I think you mean that. Now, Eggar must be isolated. And we must give the serum to all the people of Medina to protect them until we return from the Forbidden Moon.
Yes, of course. Eggar must be isolated. I'll attend to him first and then organize the inoculation.
Good.
Bobby, come with me. I need your strength. Milo?
Where have you been?
In my room.
Don't lie to me. I've had you followed.
I don't need protection. I can take care of myself.
No doubt. Get rid of the boy. I want to talk to you.
Wait outside, Bobby. But don't go away.
I won't.
Too bad he won't be around after tomorrow.
Oh, yes, he will.
I've just signed the execution orders for the crew of the Orbit jet, including the boy. They'll be carried out at sunrise.
And the people of Medina are next. They're already condemned by you.
What are you talking about?
You're a menace, Eggar. A menace of death. And I'm your first victim.
So that's your scheme. That's what you're plotting with your Earth friends in prison.
I wonder how you'll feel when the people around you start dying like flies until nobody's left except you. You'll be master of the universe, all right. All by yourself.
You're lying. It's one of your fiendish tricks to get me out of the way.
You've never been more right. You'll be out of the way. I'm having you isolated.
You're having me isolated. That's very funny. Who runs Medina anyway, you or me? I'm the ruler here.
Oh, no, you're not, Hagar. You're through.
I'll throw you in prison with the rest of your friends where you belong. Landor! Landor! Why isn't he here?
You're through, Hagar. And everybody in Medina knows it.
It's Zeno at military headquarters. And Landor with my staff officers. The traitor.
You're the traitor, Hagar, not Landor. The people of Medina made me their spokesman. And your military officers here are ready to stand by me.
What is all this, Yara? What do they want?
You.
Well, do something. Talk to them. They'll listen to you.
All right, Hagar. I'll talk to Zeno on one condition. You free the Earth people so they can help us get the cure from the Forbidden Moon.
Yes, all right. Anything you say.
What do you want, Zeno?
The people demand the truth about the rumor that Eggar is the carrier of a deadly disease.
It's only a rumor.
Also, a number of people have fallen victim to a strange illness no one can explain. You're the only one who has recovered.
If these cases had been reported to me, they would have received the same care as I. I will issue serum to them immediately.
How do we know it'll work? The people want proof.
Tell them it worked on me. That should be proof enough. If not, you'll find me here, ready to face the consequences.
You heard what she said. We'll be here.
All right, Hagar. I kept my end of the bargain. What about yours?
Of course. I'm to free the Earth people?
That's right.
I'm afraid I can't oblige, Yara.
But you promised.
You didn't think I'd be fool enough to keep that promise?
You're a monster. You'd let your people die for the sake of personal victory?
Not at all. I've changed my mind about the execution. We're going to the Forbidden Moon, all right, but you and your friends will be under guard. While we're there, I'll make good use of the professor's scientific knowledge. Besides getting the plant serum, I'll make him store up enough cosmic energy to give me the weapon to force the rest of the planets to their knees.
All right, get up there.
You and your watchdogs, Orlan and Beryl, the only people on the entire planet of Medina who are still loyal to you. Eggar, supreme ruler of the universe.
Inside.
How soon are we ready for blastoff?
When the equipment's loaded.
Including you and your playmates.
I hope you boys don't object to our company. You like us once you get to know us.
Oh, I must check my equipment as it comes aboard.
Permission granted. You'll find me very easy to deal with.
Then perhaps you'll agree that someone must supervise the loading. You see, my instruments are exceedingly delicate. Aren't they, Rocky?
The success of this trip depends upon the efficiency of our equipment.
That's right. Well, you go down and watch the loading. We'll go along and watch you. Easy with that crate.
Landor, the people should know that Eggar is running out on them.
They knew we couldn't stop the epidemic.
And that serum story Yara told is nothing but a lie.
Oh, come on. We'll stop them if we have to blow up that ship.
Hold them off. They don't want us to leave. They'll destroy the ship. You're all right, Rocky. But don't let winning that fight throw you. You may have the muscles, but I have the brains. That's why I'm in command here. That's my boy. Just keep your mouth shut and follow orders, and you won't get hurt.
Be with us next week, same time, same station, when we again take you into outer space for further adventures with Rocky Jones, Space Ranger. Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, starring Richard Crane. In The Forbidden Moon, Chapter 3. When we last saw Rocky Jones, he was flying his spaceship to the Forbidden Moon. There, he will search for a plant serum which is needed to fight off a deadly radiation.
How do you do it, Rocky? You're cool as a cucumber.
Don't let it fool you, Winky. My temperature's near the boiling point.
Taking orders from Eggar aboard our own ship. It's enough to make me want to float in space permanently.
We may have to if we don't get to the Forbidden Moon in time.
If we don't get back to Medina with the plant serum, Agar's people are doomed.
Yes, he sure made a mess of things, getting contaminated with cosmic radiation on his trip to the Forbidden Moon. And then spreading it all over Medina.
A lot he cares. He's immune to the radiation. Oh, he would have the luck to find the only antidote for it. A little plant.
With that little plant in one hand and the deadly radiation in the other, Eggar can live up to his threat and be master of the universe. But we're going to stop him, Winky.
Do you think our plan to get the ship back will work, Rocky?
It has to.
How are we going to do it with Eggar in the next compartment with a nervous finger on a space gun?
Here's the navigation report. Any instructions?
Yes, I'm planning a different course. I'll get back to you over the intercom.
Right.
Stay on the alert, Winky, while I decode this.
I wonder what the Forbidden Moon is really like.
There's not much to see. Nothing but snow and ice. Well, how's our little space ranger today? I see you found someone else to play big sister to since I got out of your clutches. Why don't you teach the little runt some manners?
It's a great idea, using the reports for coded messages. What's it say?
Vin and the others are standing by. Yara will distract Eggar while I flash instructions over the intercom. They have exactly 2 minutes. Now remember, after they get their instructions, I'll switch off the artificial gravity. That'll throw them off their feet. When it's back on, we'll take over.
Barrow, go on watch in the control room.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
Testing electromagnetic circuit of induction coils.
Oh.
Get back in Section 3.
All clear, Professor.
Well, looks as though we both had our hands full, eh, Rocky?
Next time I'm going to be in on the punching.
Winky, see that the gentlemen are comfortable and secure.
It'll be a pleasure.
Office of Space Affairs, Secretary Drake speaking.
Secretary Drake, this is the orbit jet. All safe and sound.
Good to hear from you, Winky. Are you safe, all of you?
Where have you been?
We were delayed on the planet Medina. We are now underway to the Forbidden Moon.
What? That planet's out of bounds. Winky, what's Rocky thinking of?
And I guess we lost the connection.
At least we reported in. Secretary Drake knows where we are.
Well, look at that visiograph. Why, that moon is so radioactive. It reaches way out into space. Rocky, I have some special goggles among my equipment, ray deflectors. They prevent the radiation from entering the pupil of the eye and paralyzing the brain. We'd better get them.
Right. Bobby, tell Vina to bring the goggles. And be sure everybody gets a pair.
They're among the crates in the cargo section. The crates are all labeled.
Sure thing. Professor wants the ray deflector goggles.
Hey, the labels have been ripped off.
On all the crates.
Something's wrong.
are the goggles, Vina. We must put them on immediately. If we don't, we'll all be paralyzed. This radiation is getting too strong.
There's no way of finding them. The labels and all the crates have been removed.
That's right, Professor. And besides, you'll never find them. I personally saw to that. You need the goggles, and I know where they are. Get your fair-haired muscle boy. I'm ready to talk business.
The ray deflector goggles must be on board. Let's look for them. Don't fall for his tricks.
No, Yara, it's no use. It's no use. We have no time to search the ship. We have to do as Eggar says. No, I'm afraid we're lost without those goggles. Bobby, get Rocky.
Get Rocky, the big, brave space ranger. And you thought you could outsmart me. That takes brains, Rocky, not muscles. I'm top man again.
We'll be landing soon, Eggar. Instruct everybody to take positions and secure. I can't guarantee we'll make it. The radioactivity is throwing the ship off course.
You'll make it, as long as I'm aboard. Get up. I'm taking over. Come on, come on. Now, if you need help, I'll be right here. Stay where you are, Ranger. You're not going anywhere for the moment. Send in Newton. Before I take you off the ship, I'm going to brief both you and the professor so that my plans will be carried out to the letter and without waste of time. Now, the purpose of this trip is not only to process my plant into serum, but to store up enough cosmic energy to give Medina supreme rulership over the worlds of the universe.
I refuse to degrade science and turn it into an instrument of death. We came here to save, not to destroy.
Precisely. My people will be saved by the serum, and the rest of the universe by my rulership, backed up by cosmic power.
Time will tell who's capable of saving the universe. Meanwhile, we have to cooperate. It's the only way, Professor.
It's my theory that this plant serum grows freely in larger radiation centers. We must try to locate them. This is it! Rocky! This is it! Look at this plant!
Never mind admiring it, Professor. Get busy on that serum.
Why not set up your laboratory here, Professor? That cavern looks like a good spot.
So it does. Let's have a look.
Well, Ranger, what brings you here?
I got permission from Eggar personally.
Bobby, stay away from that man. He's no good. He's forcing us to store up a stockpile of that deadly radiation for his own fiendish purposes.
Gosh, Professor, where do you keep this terrible stuff?
Oh, outside in a lead container.
You mean what's in that box could kill thousands of people?
Oh, yes, Bobby, yes. But in the other box, there is enough of that plant serum to counteract at least some of the damage.
That's why Eggar sent us off the ship.
He's sure making a habit of swiping the orbit jet.
He's left us here to die.
We're still very much alive, Yara. We'll find a way out. Let's get back to the professor.
Well, Rocky, here's a use for cosmic energy that Eggar never thought of. Breaking magnetic handcuffs.
Oh, Professor, how long would you say we can last on the planet under existing conditions?
Well, longer than Eggar. We are protected by this plant serum. Eggar and his men are not.
Well, how so, Professor? Eggar stole enough of the serum to keep himself and the rest of Medina alive.
You mean enough serum to kill them all, if he ever gets there? Well, you see, the serum I gave you was refined. Now, Eggar has no way of knowing that the supply he took off with was unrefined. And in its concentrated form, it is so powerful that just a few drops may well prove fatal.
Well, looks like our pal Eggar out-tricked himself.
Take a good look, Barrow. You may not see the Forbidden Moon for some time. What is it, Barrow? What's wrong?
My feet. I can't move. That cosmic power.
But you're immune. You got as much serum as everybody else. Karen, Remo, come in here at once. How dare you disobey me? Karen.
Remo!
The serum. They've poisoned us. Help me, somebody. Help me. Rocky. Newton. Help.
Here, right here, is the strongest radiation center we have thus far found.
What do you have in mind, Professor?
This radioactive mountain can be transformed into a giant atom bomb, powerful enough to hurl cosmic particles far out into space.
And attract Earth's attention. But can you be sure the cosmic particles won't be dangerous when released into space?
Oh, on the contrary.
We can use the atomic packs on our spacesuit to set off the blast.
Yes. But wait. Before we go ahead, we must all understand that this blast may set off a chain reaction
killing every one of us.
Yes, Professor. We're all well aware that we're living on borrowed time. Our oxygen supply is low. We have no food. We have to take any possible risk. We have no alternative.
How are you going to make the mountain blow up?
Well, all we have to do is to place these 3 atomic packs in 3 strategic spots, connect them with this detonator, and up goes the mountain.
All right, let's synchronize our watches. It's now 14:35. The blast is scheduled at 1500 sharp. Now, at exactly that time, you must be flat on the ground, face down, away from the mountain, with your arms covering your heads. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
We'll be back.
Good luck.
Thanks for everything.
Well, the atomic packs are connected. Ready here. I'll pull the damper rods. You two take cover. Now, from the moment I pull these, there'll be just enough time to clear the immediate explosion area. It is now 14:57.
Check. Same here.
Well, I guess that's it.
Mr. Secretary, there's a serious atmospheric disturbance. It's from the Forbidden Moon.
Rocky must be in trouble. Serious trouble. Get a ship ready for blastoff. I'm going there.
But, Mr. Secretary...
This may be a one-way trip. I'm not risking any more lives.
As you say, sir.
All right, Marshal. Let's go. I hope we're not too late.
I don't see the orbit jet anywhere, sir.
Let's try a landing. You're alive. That's all that matters. The orbit jet won't be lost for long.
Well, it should be easy to run it down. It's so radioactive, our instruments will spot it even before we get a radar beam.
All right, Ranger. Take over.
Winky. Okay, Winky, ready for blastoff.
Sweeter words were never spoken. Okay, gang, secure for blastoff. Hey, Rocky. There she is, safe and sound. You just don't lose the orbit jet.
Calling the orbit jet. Come in, Eggar. Calling the orbit jet. Come in, Eggar. Calling the orbit jet. Come in, Eggar. They don't feel like answering. Or maybe they can't. We'll pull alongside. Airlock secured, Mr. Secretary. Ready to board orbit jet.
Be careful, Rocky. You don't know what you're going to run into.
We will, sir. We won't be needing these. Get the professor. Maybe he can pull them through.
Eggar and his men will live.
You've done a splendid job, Professor.
I'll do what I can to make up for my brother's actions.
You've done a great deal already, Yara. You had faith in us. And it's that kind of faith your people need. You'll give it to them. We know it. Orbit jet to XB7. Mr. Secretary, orbit jet completing its mission. Destination Medina.
Well done, Rocky.
Ready to leave for Earth. Any orders, sir?
Yes. Catch up on your sleep, Ranger. Remember, Space Rangers sleep too. 8 hours if possible.
Be with us next week, same time, same station, when we again take you into outer space for further adventures with Rocky Jones, Space Ranger.